Today, we're in King Canyons National Park, and we're gonna hike to Mist Falls. Here's the trail. There's gonna be 2 bonus waterfalls that I will show you guys after I get to Mist Falls. And these 2 other waterfalls will be close by, so stay tuned for that. Now on to the hike. So here's the start of the hike. It's going to be at the road end section of Kings Canyon National Park. And here is the sign to Mist Falls. It's 4.6 miles. According to the Trails app, this is an 8.7 mile round trip hike. So you will be met with forest, pine trees throughout this hike with some peaks. And here's a sign right here letting you know that weapons are prohibited in the National Park and Wilderness of Kings Canyon. And here's the creek as you cross over the bridge. There's a sign right there letting you know to stay out of the river. And throughout this hike, you're going to get just amazing views of the granite mountains. And right here is the Kings River. And you do get that nice, bright, aqua texture of the water as you look into the river. And you can see some of the plant life start to become more apparent. And some portions of the hike are pretty open and there's sun. So it'll be hot in some portions, but there will be some parts where there's going to be some shade, particularly in the more heavily forested sections of the hike. There's a trail ribbon. And at this portion of the hike, there's going to be a lot of ferns growing. And be careful not to touch any of the plants, just in case there's anything that could cause any type of skin reaction. And at this point, you'll see the Mist Falls Trail, which is 2.7 miles. And this is where the elevation gain becomes apparent. And you're at the halfway point once you see that water on the right side right there. And the peaks will really start to open up as you make your way to this hike. And we are met with some stone stair steps. And right here is a really nice part because you get a lot of shade. And there's that beautiful aqua color of the river. And you can see the waterfall starting to form as we get closer to Mist Falls. And we are heading up another flight of stairs. And right here is just an amazing spot to take a break and just admire the beautiful granite peaks of Kings Canyon National Park. And as you make your way up, you're just going to get more and more views of these peaks. And there's the Mist Falls right there. We're just going to have to climb over some of these branches to get to the waterfall. Alright, so we have headed down, and as you can see, the water is raging pretty well right now. So right now you see, it doesn't really look that big, but in person this waterfall is actually a lot bigger than what you see in the pictures and in the video. I would have gotten a little bit closer, but I didn't want to get soaked, so I'm going to do the best I can to just try to give you an example of the size. I'm going to zoom in a little bit right here and just kind of get a little bit closer to the waterfall and kind of show you a little bit how big it actually is. So even then, I would have to get all the way up to the waterfall, but I don't want to get soaked, so it is pretty big in person though. Beautiful waterfall though. And right now, this is one of the bonus waterfalls I will show you, which is Roaring River Falls. And it's not much of a hike as it's 0.3 miles. It's basically next to the parking lot. So you could just, it's a short walk. You could take a look. And of course there's signs letting you know, do not get into the river. And of course that's another way you can get here. And here it is, Roaring River Falls. And down there there's actually a pool. You could go down and maybe take a dip, enjoy a nice swim. But this waterfall, just like Mist Falls, is actually a lot bigger than it looks. Right, so now we're gonna head to another waterfall nearby. Alright, so we are at the Grizzly Picnic Campground, and this just talks about Kings Canyon Park and the water and the ice. So right here is Grizzly Falls. This is another waterfall that's literally next to the parking lot. So these are the two other waterfalls that I was talking about. So they're the bonus ones. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.